Okay, in this video we'll again see how to estimate the offset voltage in case of differential amplifiers. So let us consider a differential amplifier with values of drain resistances as RD1, RD2, and of course we have two MOSFETs M1, M2, and we have a tail current I. So this is the input offset voltage that is applied. So we can certainly find out what is the output offset voltage by making this voltage, that is input offset voltage, also as 0. So whatever the difference in VD2 minus VD1 I'll get, so that is referred as the output offset voltage. So ideally speaking, if RD1 is equal to RD2, and if the parameters of M1, that is MOSFET 1, is equal to MOSFET 2 in terms of W by L, in terms of Kp, in terms of VTO, if all these are perfectly matched, then we'll end up with VD2 is equal to VD1, which means that the output offset voltage happens to be 0, meaning there is no point in applying any input voltage to overcome the output offset voltage, because output offset voltage itself is 0. So this is under ideal conditions. Under ideal conditions we'll have all these parameters. We saw in the previous video that when RD1 is given by RD plus delta RD by 2, and RD2 is equal to RD minus delta RD by 2, so we end up with an output offset voltage, which was given by uh, I by 2 into delta RD. So this was the magnitude of the output offset voltage. The sign of the output offset voltage purely depends on what is this, which one is more, which one is less. For the RD2 to be lesser than RD1, the output offset voltage is positive. To make this output offset voltage 0, so I need to apply some input offset voltage, which is usually DC in nature, at the input differential voltage. That magnitude was found out to be VOV by 2 delta RD by RD. So whatever percentage of the mismatch is there, multiplied by half of the overdrive voltage, was the amount of voltage that need to be applied at the input to make the output offset voltage 0. Suppose assume that this was coming out to be positive, so you may have to apply a negative input offset voltage to make this output offset voltage 0. Of course, how much is the magnitude, that depends on the overdrive voltage as well as the percentage of the deviation. So that's what when RDs were mismatching. So let us see in this video if there is a mismatch in the W by Ls of the transistor. So W by L, let us consider M1 is equal to W by L1, which is equal to W by L plus half of delta W by L. So half of delta W by L. So let us consider M2. M2 has got a dimension, that is W by L of 2 is equal to again W by L minus half of delta W by L. So let us consider again the error of delta W by L has been divided equally between the M1 and M2. So since the W by Ls are different, so we know that the drain current ID1 is given by, in general, so it is half Kp W by L of first transistor into VOV square. So this is the overdrive voltage. Similarly, I can write ID2 is equal to half of Kp W by L of 2, and it is again VOV square. So let us substitute, okay, what is W by of 1 and W by of 2. So then ID1 reduces to half Kp. So since W by of 1 is given by W by L plus half of the deviation, of course, into VOV square, which can be further written as half Kp W by L into VOV square plus half Kp uh, delta, of course, I can write it as half Kp, of course, VOV square and half delta WL. So these are the values. So instead of writing this, okay, what I'll do is I'll take out this WL constant. Okay, let me just avoid this particular step. What I'll do is I'll take half Kp W by L, I'll take it outside. So then this becomes 1 plus half delta W by L divided by W, because I have taken this W by L as common factor, it becomes like this, VOV square. Then this I can further write it as, now it is, I'm trying to find it, what is ID1, it is half Kp W by L VOV square into 1 plus, I will write it as half of delta W by L divided by W by L. So this is my expression. So this is the expression of ID1. Similarly, ID2 happens to be half Kp W by L VOV square 1 minus half of delta W by L divided by W by L. So this will be the expression for ID2. But we know that whatever magnitude that we have here, that is half Kp W by L, this is actually half of the tail current, half of the tail current. This is again the half of the tail current. It is I by 2. I can now write ID1 as equal to I by 2 plus I by 2 into half delta W by L divided by W by L. I can write this way. So again, what is this? ID2 is equal to I by 2 minus again I by 2 half of delta W by L divided by W by L. See now, if there was no mismatch in the W by L of the transistor, the current that was flowing was only this much, that is ID was equal to I by 2 if there was no error. Since there is a mismatch in the W by L, which is of the quantity half of delta W by L, because of this mismatch in the W by Ls, we have a change in current from the expected value is coming out to be this. So this is the expected value. This is the change. The change in the value because of the mismatch in W by L is actually I by 2 into half of delta W by L by W by L. So meaning that this is the change. So this change in current is given by this. We know that if at all if you want to overcome this, so I should nullify this. Suppose we know that I is given by Gm into VGS, Gm into VGS. So Gm into VGS is the expression for the current flowing through the MOSFET, which is the transconductance multiplied by the value of VGS, that is the input applied voltage. So we have a current I, which is the change in the current because of your W by L. So what I'll do now, so it is now I by 2. Of course, suppose if you want to nullify this current, now I want to make this current 0. So what I can do is I will just divide this I will divide this I by Gm. What you'll get is VGS. Suppose if you want to get a current of I, if you divide this current by the Gm value, you will get actually the VGS. Now what we are looking at now is what should be the amount of input voltage that you should apply here so that you can nullify this change in current. Meaning if I divide the change in current, so change in current due to delta W by L, so due to delta W by L, so there is a change in current. That change in current is I by 2 half of delta W by L divided by W by L. If I divide this by Gm, I will be actually getting half of the input offset voltage that need to be required to overcome this change in current. So how do I, because actually I should not have this at all, because this should be actually 0 if there was no mismatch in the WL. Since there is a mismatch in the WL, you have this much amount of current extra or less beyond this I by 2, and of course some quantity of this current is more than I by 2 what is expected, and it is less than I by 2 depending on where you are measuring. If I want to overcome this current, if I want to nullify this current, I have to apply some voltage or the input voltage. So that is given by the change in current divided by GM. Okay, why they are dividing this by GM is because if I want to get this much current at the drain point, so I need to apply some voltage. That voltage multiplied by GM happens to be the change in current. Because I know the change in current what is required, I know the value of GM, so that I can predict what is input offset voltage. Why it is half means, because we have taken the error, that is W by L, okay, whatever delta W by L we have, which is across both the transistor. This is contributing half of the error, this is contributing another half of the error. Here you can see it is contributing plus error, this is contributing negative error. The summation of these two. So when I say summation, because the currents you need to actually add up. Once the current is increasing, here the current is reducing. The overall current is due to the change in the value of WL. So when I divide this by GM, the actual input voltage that is to be applied is actually half of the input offset voltage. So let us just try to obtain expression for the input offset voltage to overcome this what output offset voltage due to this WL mismatch. Suppose if we just continue with this, so we know that we can be able to write GM is equal to 2ID by VOV, general expression, but ID is equal to I by 2. I can write it as equal to 2 into I by 2 divided by VOV. This happens to be I by VOV. So I will just rewrite this here. So it is I'm just rewriting this half delta W by L divided by W by L. So what is my GM? It is I by VOV. This is equal to input offset voltage by 2. So this I will go with this I. So what I can do is, of course this 2 will go with this 2. I will end up with V input offset voltage is given by VO will go into the numerator, VOV by 2 multiplied by delta W by L by W. Meaning if there is an error in the W by L, that is, assume that there is a 10% error, because this is the percentage error of your WL. If there is a 10% error in the value of WL across the transistors, you may have to apply an input offset voltage of that magnitude in the opposite direction, which is equal to VOV by 2 multiplied by the percentage deviation in your WL. So let us do the simulation, try to understand okay, what happens to how we can actually overcome the difficulties that are there in case of a mismatch due to the value of WL. Let me go to this simulation. Okay, let us make this 500 and let me make this also 500 so that they are perfectly matched in terms of RD. They are perfectly matched. Let me make this, okay, let this be 150U, and then let me make this also 150U. Let us see what is the perfect matching dimension matching values we're going to get it 150U. And if you run it now, let me make this also 0. Let me make this also 0. Let us try to find out what is VGS and VOVs. So I will do .op. I will do .op of this, save and run. If I see what is the value of VOV, VGS and all those stuff, Okay, let me just go here. If we can actually see the value of VOV, which is VDS SAT, it is 0.577 volt. Of course, VGS happens to be 0.977 volt. So this is 977 millivolt. This is 577 millivolt. So these are the values that what we got when the things are perfectly matched. When the things are perfectly matched, let us we have taken W by L as equal to 15. W by L is equal to 15, with L is equal to 10 micrometer and W is equal to 150 micrometer. 150 micrometer. Let us introduce an error of 10%. So when I say 10% error, let that error, okay, let me introduce 20% error. So 20% error is the value of delta W by L is 20%. Sorry, delta W by L into by W by L is 20%. That is this equal to 0.2. So since I want to have totally 20% error, so let me have 10% error should be divided among both of them. So let me take W by L of 1 will have a positive error. So okay, W by L of plus half into delta W by L. Since W by L is taken as 150, since we have taken this as 150 plus 10% is, let us take L1 is equal to 10 micrometer and W1. So 10% of 150 is 15. Let me make it 165 micrometer. This is for W1. For W by L1, for W by L of 2, so I want to take minus 15. So it is now 10 micrometer, and this happens to be 135 micrometer. You can see I'm actually increasing the value of width of your first transistor by 15 micrometer, which happens to be the 10%, and this is reduced by 10%. So totally you're going to have a deviation of 20%. So as per our calculations, so I have to have an input offset voltage which is equal to, so you can see now input offset voltage is VOV by 2 into delta W by L by W by L. So since VOV is 577 millivolt by 2, this percentage is actually 0.2, so it comes out to be of course, let me just calculate the value of let me just find out the value. So it is now, I can get the value, it is 577 divided by, okay, 2 into 0.2, which happens to be 57.7 millivolt should be the voltage that I should be applying, input offset voltage. So let us go back to the simulation and then try to find out. Okay, with these values, suppose if you do the dot run of it, so since everything is perfectly matched, I think you'll be getting zero offset voltage. So since this is 150, this is also 150, it's a perfectly, oh, I have to make it 150U. So both are 150. If I save it and run, if I measure the offset voltage, it is perfectly zero. You can see it is perfectly zero. You can just measure, this is perfectly zero. Now what I'll do, I'll make the dimension of this more. It is now 165 U micron. Okay, only one U. This should be 135. This should be 135. This will introduce an error of actually 20%. So each is giving 10% error. So totally it is 20% error. This will end up with an offset voltage of, you can see the offset voltage is 50 millivolt. We output offset voltage is 50 millivolt. You can certainly see the offset voltage that you are getting is 50 millivolt due to the mismatch of 20% of W by L. Delta W by L divided by W by L is actually 0.2. So this is actually 0.2. So this is a 20% error. If I want to overcome this output offset voltage, which is 50 millivolt, I may have to apply a negative voltage of minus 57.7 millivolt at the input. So what I'll do, I'll go back to this. I'll apply minus 57.7 millivolt. Now because I need to apply negative voltage to overcome a positive offset voltage, so this is done. If I apply and run this, whatever 50 millivolt I have, that should become 0. Can you see it's almost 0? You can see it's almost 366 microvolt, which is almost equal to 0. What I mean to say here is, even though there is a mismatch in the value of W by L by 20%, you can see it was supposed to be 150, we made it 10% more. Here it is supposed to be 150, we made it 10% less. The overall difference is 20%. So that's what we saw here. So there is an overall difference of 20% here. So this 20% multiplied by VOV by 2. VOV is actually 577 millivolt. That divided by 2 happens to be, because this entire equation comes out to be 57.7. Since the output offset voltage is positive, I had to apply a negative offset voltage of 57.7 so that I can able to get the output offset voltage 0. Because as the definition of input offset voltage goes this way, so you may have to apply opposite polarity of the output offset voltage to, of course, at the input, to make the output offset voltage 0. So I'm making the output offset voltage 0 by applying a negative voltage. Of course, what is the magnitude? Because we are looking at the mismatch due to the W by L. So since W by L error mismatch is 20%, so 20% multiplied by half of the overdrive voltage. That's what is this. Half of the overdrive voltage multiplied by the percentage deviation in your W by L. So this comes out to be this much. Suppose if you are looking for only 10% variation, then you just of course, if you are changing the dimension, okay, what I'll do, I'll make only 10% variation. Let this be 10 micrometer. Let me make this lesser. So if you are looking at only 10% means, or let me just make it okay, 10% is, it is 7.5 micrometer. So it is 7.5 micrometer less means it will be 142.5 micrometer. Let me take this less and let me take this more. So when I take this more, it is now, because it is 7.5, it should be more than 7.5, that is 157.5 micrometer. So this is actually an error of 10%, but this will end up with V output offset voltage, which is now negative. So let us find out how much is the offset voltage. Let me just go to the simulation and then let me make these dimensions. This is supposed to be 157.5 micro is already there. I will make this 142.5 micrometers already there. So let me make this 0. Let us try to find out how much is the offset voltage error. You can certainly find, okay, the offset error will be now negative. See, now this is negative voltage, so you have minus 25 millivolt. So the output offset voltage is now minus 25 millivolt. So I may have to apply exactly K, because now it is again 577 millivolt divided by 2 into 0.1, which happens to be 20. 57.7 by 2, it is now okay, 28.85 millivolt. I need to apply it in positive direction. I'll go back here. Okay, let me just show you what is the calculation. You can see we have it as hardly this is no more 20%, this is only 10%. That's why it is 0.1. And of course it is 577 because there is no change in VOV. VOV remains the same. And of course, if you can see here, this is 28.5. Because the error is negative, you may have to apply a positive offset voltage, input offset voltage. So I'll go back to this simulator. Okay, I'll apply 28.85 millivolt. Done. Let me save this and then run. If you can see, the error is almost 0. Can you see it's minus 54 microvolts, minus 54 microvolt, which happens to be the offset voltage now has become 0, because in spite of having a mismatch of 10% among these two transistors, I can able to make the output offset voltage 0 by applying appropriate polarity of the input offset voltage. This is input offset voltage to make the output offset voltage 0. Of course, now this is not 200. Let me make it 150. That is, we are considering WL to be 15, and we have a 10% error on overall, so it is 5% on either side. So that's how we are getting it, the values. Okay.